We try to look at all the connections, like the network or the field of connections a child is in, and we believe that in the relationships, it's not in the individual person where the change needs to happen, but in the relationship, in the relational field between the child and the mother, the father, the caregivers, the grandmother, the maybe the siblings, or a dog or a cat. It's a so they to see it in a much bigger context. So making connection in that sense is, of course, how we can make connections between movement and the brain, how we can change something in an ability of a child. But that without the context of who is caring for the child and who is caring for the one who is caring, and how this all needs to work together to mm, to learn from the situation, and participate in this learning process. That's what is making connections, from the micro movements, from moving a finger or moving a body part, or making connection with the movement of the arm and the shoulder or the hip joint, to the connection with the mother or father or caregiver, to connection to space, to objects. So from the micro to the macro, which we can see where is a missing connection, where is something we can support, maybe patterns or habits which are not so functional, not so useful. So I think this idea of making connections applies also very much also to the organization, the orientation of the child with special needs in space, or in relation to itself, to gravity, the movement of the head, the movement of the ankles. It's just the idea of the project, or this of making connection, extends from the mini connections in the body to the connections into the environment, into the space. I would say that maybe one of the biggest resources when you work with a child are the parents. The parents are with the child the whole time. So I think one thing um, we would like to bring is like a change in quality, not only a change in what you do or what the parents do with the child, but also how they do it. Sometimes it's not even, sometimes I see like a physical therapist or other therapists do similar things than we do, but the big difference is how we do it, with what quality we are taking the child, we are touching the child, we're moving the child. I think that's a very important aspect of our work. And so making connection means also how is the connection between me and the child, the parents, the caregivers with the child, how am I affected by the child, how the parents can learn that they also can let the child initiate and be affected. So there is the connection is like bidirectional or multi-directional, and there is not like one center, but there is so many, this web is so multidimensional, and there can things emerging here and emerging there, and there's an ability forming here, or a new skill added here, and so that it's quite malleable in the way, and that actually is what neuroplasticity is about. It's not about reinforcing one pathway, but it's like to bring learning to the whole network, so the whole interconnected system can change in some way and learn something new ability.